Let me start with this one because it has become a very popular topic in the last day or so. Smackdown had a very interesting opening segment where there was a hit-and-run accident with a rental car and the arrest of Jeff Hardy. I sent you a clip. Have you had a chance to review this, and what are your thoughts on this angle?
I reviewed the 4-minute edited together clip that served as the open of their package of their open or whatever the fuck. I didn't see it live as it happened, but I got the gist of it enough. You know what the shame of it all is? The shame of it all is they put more effort into trying to make that whole thing look legitimate than almost anything else they have done that I've seen in recent memory. Once again, I don't watch everything, but we did do watch-alongs of a variety of their programs for a while. They thought you could tell that the writers all got together and gave the cops lines like, "Hey, just give us some room. We're trying to do our job," to explain why that they. Well, I won't pick it apart right now. Point is, they actually, it seemed like they were trying. And it also seemed like the people that were trying, and I know that some of the talent had been involved in real arrests, but nobody on the creative team apparently has really ever been arrested. First of all, because it was garbage and horseshit from the start, and we'll explain why in a second. Secondly, the one thing you want to try to make legitimate and real about wrestling and your wrestling program is to call attention to embarrassing stuff involving your talent that I'm sure the talent would like not to exploit on fucking national television. Would bad choices or moments of misjudgment or whatever, and he's got or if any case is still open, how does that look possibly if he's parodying or making mockery of or taking off on, as they say down south, his real life problems on a television program? How does that look for his real life issues if he's still got any cases open? Why would you do that to begin with? I didn't hate it as much as I did when Heyman took advantage of Sunny and had her get on, and when he was trying to do shock television and Jerry Springer bullshit on ECW in the 90s and talk about her drug problems and various problems, because that was bullshit because he was supposed to be their friend. Of course, he wasn't. You know, it's obviously there's been a lot of cases. Chris Candido's own lips said, well, we kind of lost the house we were living in because Paul let us run all those expenses up on our credit card and then never paid us back when he made Chris assistant booker so Chris would pay for ECW talent plane tickets. Anyway, then he publicly, not shamed or ridiculed, but just publicly exposed Tammy on television going through all that shit when she was going through a bad time. One of the times she was going through a bad time, and it's not something that a friend would do, TV ratings or no. This is nobody's personal friends. It's a big corporation, but just the irony of the thing they try to make look legitimate, even though it didn't, they tried, is a thing that's centered on something embarrassing about the talent and the one of the company's talents, personally and professionally. What the fuck? First of all, it was a fake fucking bunch of cops like anybody couldn't tell that has ever been arrested. And also, Jeff was handcuffed, by the way, cuffed and stuffed before he was ever apprised of his rights, so he should call Stephen P. New. You've been arrested, Brian, I'm sure numerous times.
Not once.
What?
Never been arrested.
You're from New York. You've never been arrested.
I'm from New York. I've never been arrested. Most people have not been arrested.
Well, I find that hard to believe. Most people around wrestling or just most people? Well, anyway, nevertheless, fake cops, you go back and look at the police car, and there's no fucking town on the goddamn police car. It's fake fucking stickers, fake uniforms. The cops don't act that way. This would not have happened. When they followed Jeff with the camera while they were dragging him out so long, if it had been highlights, you could have got by with a little bit of it where people couldn't look too close or get the picture, but they made sure to go with it so long where the cops are saying the same thing and Jeff's staggering around saying, what's happened? I don't understand. to where you could see the holes in that. Braun Strowman, as an actor, he makes a good disgruntled strongman. They could have kept that out of there, and it might have been a little bit more legitimate, although none of their female on-air talent is going to be mistaken for fucking, Andrea Mitchell or, goddamn Phyllis Newman. We go way back for the fucking female newscasters. You can't make something like that look legitimate unless you actually go ahead and just have the fucking guy arrested. But besides that, why Jeff's trying to get his shit together. Why fucking bring that up in his life? Something I'm sure he'd rather not. And even if he comes out and says, "Oh, I was all on board with it," why would you be, and why would the company want to do it? Spend the goddamn time and effort that you did to make it look legitimate that you're arresting one of your legendary talents that actually has had a substance issue and really been arrested over it, whether it's in the subject of your mock storyline or not. Put all that effort into, in a positive way, whether heel or babyface, just something positive. Getting one of your fucking talents over is something different, instead of fucking bad acting and bullshit drama that these fucking comedy writers, well, it wasn't comedy this time. Now they branched out into the dramatic arts, the wrestling comedy writers that have never sniffed a fucking bump. I shouldn't say that. I'm sure they've sniffed plenty of bumps. I'm talking about wrestling bumps. That have never been in the ring and don't know what the fuck. They can't figure this out, so they're trying to write based off television shows they're fans of. I don't fucking know. I mean, what did you think?
Well, first, let me send my best wishes to Elias on his recovery. I hope everything works out all right. Maybe, who knows, maybe this will be a moment for the Possum King and him to come together, a hospital room visit to check on his old rival. Or perhaps the Possum King was driving the car. What do you think?
Well, now some fingers are pointing at the fucking pasty, fucking translucent Scotsman. What's this, Sheamus? I saw something on the internet saying, well, this looks like something that to further the Sheamus storyline or something, their involvement or what. And here's another thing. The fucking guy didn't even have the balls to do it like Lawler did and at least get run over in the parking lot in front of God and everybody. Eddie and Doug Gilbert ran that motherfucker over on live television, and he went up over the top of the car, not just the fucking hood. If you're going to goddamn do something, at least do it with balls. Of course, here's the thing. Now we say they're in a car wreck every week as a joke. Now they'll start doing that. Lawler took that bump one time in fucking 25 years of being on top on Memphis TV, and they called the cops and reported attempted murder. The people watching at home. Now the guys are run over by golf carts, cement mixers, bread trucks, milk trucks. I wish, you know what? Travis Heckel, draw a picture of me and the milkman in the milk truck running over one of the goddamn fucking all petite wrestling guys. Nobody think anything of it now. Nobody would think anything of it. Run over him. That's what the fuck difference does it make?
What did you think of the detective work? Sniffing the bottle in the car.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's that. We want to take you downtown and ask you some questions. Who the fuck is Jack Webb on the fucking Queen? Now? When have you ever heard a cop say that? I have been fucking put in backs of police cars on a couple of different occasions. And I can inform you that they don't talk to you like that. Fuck. It's just, what are the... I mean, Michael Hayes is still up there on the creative team, isn't he? I can guarantee you Michael can give chapter and verse if he can remember the times he's been arrested on how it goes.
Has Bruce been arrested that you know of?
You know, that's a good...
Because Smackdown is his show, isn't it?
How and why would... He never got enough heat as a manager, cause a riot or anything. I guess I don't think Bruce has ever been arrested. Son of a gun. There's one in the wrestling business from a while back.
Well, there's still time.
he can be arrested for tailgating Vince too close. All right. Anyway, did we answer a question there? What was that? Where did that come from?
The question was your thoughts about this angle, which again is a hot button issue right now. It was on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, hated it. It just why? Just come on. And I mean, he smells like alcohol, and I'm not drinking, and then he sees Elias. Oh my God! And it just they spent all that time and effort trying to make that believable, but nobody's apparently ever. It would take you 30 seconds to fact check any of that. But at the same time, why would you want people to believe that? Yeah, because nobody's going to fucking. They've been watching. This is a television show now. They watch TV. They're doing fucking episodes of goddamn T.J. Hooker instead of wrestling. I get away from it. Bleh.
AEW is going more down the road of comedy wrestling, and WWE is obviously getting into drama. All right. Well,
yeah.
Before you pass out, let's get some more questions here.
Yeah.